Alan, how's confidence in the camp after it's been obviously difficult?
It's not as bad as what people might think, considering the run that they've been on. The work we're still doing, as I say, it's a long process. We know it is. Results haven't been favourable. But I would say the performance against Sutton last week was much improved. A lot of the stuff that we're working on, they've started to do. And you look at the goals, and they should have been avoided quite easy. The first one was a little bit of a fluke. And the one straight after half-time, you look at them and they should have been nipped in the bud early doors. And it's a wonder goal from Simba, which has killed her. And then confidence goes a little bit on that. But again, we looked at the game and they come back strong, to be fair to the lads. And they could have got something in the end of that game. And it was, I think their fourth goal was a couple of yards offside, to be honest. But that's because we're chasing the game. But we're conceding far too many goals. That's our problem. And we had a talk in last night and discussed it, the reasons behind it. We haven't been able to field the same back four, apart from once this year, which has been the major problem.
Was there still belief that you can cause an upset on Sunday?
Oh, without a doubt, and it sounds daft, but I'm hoping that the lads have kept the performance bottled up, ready for this game. We know the league's a main for us, that's a certainty, but we know what this can do for the football club financially, and also the players know what it can do for them as well. So it works both ways.
I mean, the run's been huge for the club financially, more than anything, I guess.
Like I said, when I first took this job, Mark, I said, I can't promise it, but this is what we've got to try and do. Because of the financial situation this football club was in, I had to prioritise the cup games, and that's what we've done. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to win them, but the lads have been brilliant in them, and they've just got to continue it on. Financially, it's huge for this football club, but especially what we've dealt with in the summer.
Preparations haven't been ideal for the book.
Nothing ever is at this club. You've been here a lot longer than me, Mark, and this club just... You always get hit by something. It's a proper roller coaster. We've had injuries galore. And then last Saturday, I think I have a really good, strong squad. And then I wake up on the Saturday morning, there's 6 to 8 of them really ill. Max comes off at half-time because after half-time he's been sick. So illness has ripped through the squad. It didn't help that they had the Christmas do as well, because obviously that has a little bit of an effect. But some still aren't back from training, but there's quite a majority back today, so it's a lot better than it was, that's a certainty.
This last one from me, I mean, could be a big weekend for the Armstrong family. Luke obviously has a tough away day tomorrow as well.
Yeah, it's a huge day. As I say, I'm fully focused on us trying to get the result, and if Carlisle get a result and he's involved in it, then brilliant for them. But first and foremost, we're up against a very, very difficult Walsall team. Who've got their own style of play, they're all big physical. We've seen the physicality they've got, and it's going to be difficult to deal with. But like I said, we dealt with a very good Wimbledon team, and on that day we were worthy winners, and the lads have just got to replicate that. And it doesn't mean it's going to be the same team. Obviously, it depends on fitness, but we've got to replicate what we can do, because we know we're capable of it. We've seen it enough times, but just not on a consistent basis.
Alan, you mentioned kind of the Wimbledon game there. How much did the win in that game give you belief for Sunday?
It's huge. Like I was saying, I think everyone had wrote off, and probably everyone will write off again on Sunday because of the run we've been on. But I've been involved in this before, and as a player and a manager, and anything can happen on that day. It's 11 men against 11 men, and 1 ball, 2 goals, and it's whoever comes out on top on that day. Sometimes you need that little bit of lady luck, and I'm quite certain we're due a little bit of it, I'm telling you. So it would be nice if we can get that on Sunday, but we've got to work our absolute socks off against a very good Walsall side.
Ken, you have mentioned the difficult week for me being on, but it must be a nice distraction to have the second round of the FA Cup to kind of take your mind off that.
Definitely, as I say, it's funny, I think I preempted this in my own head, because you could see it after the Wimbledon game. I looked at the run, what we had afterwards, the teams that we were coming up against, and it was always going to be difficult. The Yorks, Forest Green, Boreham Wood, teams that are gunning for promotion. They've got the mini league up there as it is. Like, we're miles away from that at this moment in time. So I knew we were going to get that one, but I wasn't expecting it to last as long. So I'm just disappointed that we never got the result on Saturday to get we're going, and I just hope it's a little touch-up. We'll get this result on Saturday, which will then kick-start our season again.
It's two teams in sort of very contrasting form. Obviously, Walsall flying at the top of League Two. How do you approach kind of an opposition like that, given that contrast?
we've just got to concentrate on us. We'll look at what Walsall can do and know their strengths, and them will know ours as well, and I'm sure them will try and nullify us, and they've seen our weaknesses. Probably haven't seen as many as their weaknesses, but then we spotted the weaknesses in the Wimbledon setup, and we've got to do the same here. And one thing I will say, the lads took everything to a T in that game. Everything that were prepped, that Josh had prepped for, the coaching that was done prior to that with people who we'd had on board, and it worked absolutely spot on. The lads stuck to it. I can't say that about a few of the other games that's happened in the past since then. So hopefully we can take heed from actually when they do take notice and they do the jobs to a T, they can get the result.
And kind of finally for me, how much do you think a result on Sunday can kind of set you up for the rest of the season? It would obviously create a hugely exciting tie in the third round, no matter who you got, if you did get there.
You never want to look that far ahead, but I think because of what we are at this moment in time, I think people know how much this would mean to the football club to get to that third round, and the financial stuff that comes with that is huge. Like, people probably still underestimate exactly what happened in the summer and where we are, and like, we had the talk in last night, and Bernard explained it really, really well when he said he wants to give us, the football club, a good starting point next year by getting rid of all the debt this year. So we're dealing with the pain now, so this win on Sunday, if we manage to win on Sunday, that would make that pain go away a lot easier and give me a little bit more to build. So it's a win-win for everyone, but listen, it's not a given. It's going to be extremely tough, but financially it will be massively changing for this football club.
Thank you. Good luck.
Cheers.
Just a bit shorter term, you've got a good run of home games now. How good would it be to get your home form back up and running with the result on Sunday?
There's got to be a game that kickstarts it, and what could be a better game live on TV to kickstart that home form. We know we haven't been good enough at home, and we've looked at the reasons. There's a little bit that we can't do anything about, but what we can do about can affect stuff on the pitch, and that's what we've got to concentrate on. And we haven't been good enough at times. We've been a little bit unlucky at times, and as I say, Sunday could be a real turning point for the lads, and it's a great opportunity for them to showcase themselves. So fingers crossed, them showcase themselves could go hand in hand with us turning the corner at home.
And speaking of showcasing, you've got the academy boys and you've got injuries in the squad. Is there a chance for the academy boys on Sunday?
It could well be. It could well be. As I say, we've got injuries, illnesses, and some of them might get called up as long as they're not on holiday. Because some of them do, some of them go away, and this is what you deal with again, and some of them will be playing for their clubs tomorrow on a Saturday. So again, we'll have training tomorrow. We've got the numbers at the minute, but we'll see how everyone is this afternoon, and then we'll discuss that and see if they're involved. If they are, what a great opportunity for them.
And just lastly, you've obviously got the cup on Sunday, but you've got the trophy next Saturday. Is that another priority for you to get the cup run going?
Yes, it is. It's another priority. As I say, it's another tough game against Morecambe. Obviously, we played them down at their place in one of the most bizarre 11 minutes of football I've ever seen in my life. But it was so good at the time, but you watch them, and them are a really good side with the ball. They're probably similar in a way to us, good with the ball, not so good without the ball. Concede a similar amount of goals, and it's something that we're constantly working on. But I think ours has been down to injuries rather than the amount of personnel them have got, because I think them have got some really top draw players in, they're just not performing. So it's going to be a tough game, but I say I am focusing on both cups.
How big an achievement would it be if you were to take Walsall to the wire, or even get the result, considering the resources that you've got? You mentioned last night in the talking, there's only yourself and Jacob Butterfield and the coaching staff. When we look at, probably Walsall will come heavy-handed on the sub-bench with coaches and players galore. What kind of achievement would that be for yourself?
It will be huge, and I think that's what people probably forgot about this football club at this moment in time. Last year we had 3 or 4 coaches alongside the manager. You had recruitment staff, head of recruitment, analyst, you had loads of scouts. This year you've got me, player assistant, Jacob Butterfield. I've got a favour of Rob Elliott coming in now and again to help us. We've got Si, who's the kit man, head of football operations, helping us out on the touchline. Josh, who's doing 20 hours, virtually does 60 hours for us. And that's it. That's it as staff. And people don't understand how much it's been stripped back. And it has been difficult. I did see once, well done to the recruitment team for signing these players, and I had to have a little chuckle because there's us four sitting in the office and just, well done recruitment team, wherever you are. So it's just one of them things. It will be a huge achievement because it is extremely tough, and as I say, it has been our main objective this year is to try and get to that third round.